we were going to create a Mount Rushmore of LTs. We have Lawrence Taylor, we've got Liz Taylor, we've got LaDainian Tomlinson, and we have Leland Talcott. He is a real estate lawyer. If you even think about buying or selling real estate of any kind without a lawyer, you're crazy. And if you don't call Leland, you're also crazy. Leland, take it away.
Well, gee, thanks, Doug. I really appreciate that. I like the Lawrence Taylor reference. Not so sure on the Liz Taylor, but that. Hey, look, that's fine.
Hey, you're beautiful, just like her.
So I'm not even sure where to go with that now. Okay. And I'm never at a loss for words. Anyway, my name is Leland Talcott. I am the real estate attorney of the group. So you say, what does a real estate attorney do? Well, we deal with a lot of dirt, but for the most part, I take care of purchase and sale transactions for residential and commercial properties, vacant land as well. So that comes down to everything from preparing the contract to reviewing the contract, all the way through closing. So if you all bought your homes, you've gone to a closing where either the title company or the law office prepared all the documents, handles the closing, disperses the funds, issues the title insurance policy. That's what we do. In fact, we do that about 20 some odd times a month when it comes to residential and commercial transactions. It's been a lot more lately. Certainly, this is probably one of the hottest times I've ever seen in the real estate market. I can't tell you how many times people have called me and they're, I'm going to sell my house. And the first question I ask them is, well, where are you going to move? Because there's nothing, you think you're going to get a lot of money for your house, but it's kind of fake money. You got nowhere to go. So what I do is it's a mixture of both just straight legal analysis, and a lot of it is just common sense and practical experience from what I've done. So I kind of hit the full gambit, make sure people understand what they're doing, the risks that they're taking, if they are. And especially when I'm doing the closing and acting as a closing agent, it's really helpful. Again, we have the entire LeTip group here, but Lisa, Dave Feather, Alex, Brad, like the whole list goes on. One can sell it, one can finance it, one can inspect it, and one can insure it. And then that makes my job a whole lot easier. Honestly, lenders have been very difficult lately. And why is that? Because they're so overwhelmed with all the refinances and transactions. So it's really a matter of making sure everything goes smoothly. Because look, when you're buying your house or you're selling a house, you want a smooth transaction. And that's what we aim to do. I also do lease preparation and review. So if you're entering into a lease, I highly recommend that you send it off to me. You'd be surprised at what's in here. Or what's in the terms of the lease. There is one company here in town that has a monopoly on a lot of the commercial properties. I highly recommend that I review those leases. You won't like what's in them. And at least for this particular gentleman, doesn't matter what's in them, they're not going to follow it anyway. What don't I do? So sometimes that's just as important to tell people, what don't you do? I don't do any litigation. I used to many years ago. You can't do a closing and do litigation at the same time. The reason why is closings get kicked, hearings get kicked. And so what I found was happening, I'd have a hearing and a closing on the same day. You wind up upsetting either the judge or a client. Neither one's very palatable, although one can put you in jail. So anyway, so no litigation. I don't do a lot of landlord-tenant disputes, again, because that tends to go towards litigation. And I want to make sure that I am focused on what I do best. So I'm Leland Talcott, your real estate attorney. If you have any questions, give me a call.
Thanks, Leland. I appreciate it. Again, for those of you that haven't used or haven't talked to Leland, again, he has a wealth of information.
Someone pretending.
Bonjour. Oh. Bonjour, everybody. Bonsoir. I am Jean Le Brevelec. I am Boutique Property Management. And at Boutique Property Management, we pride ourselves in building relationships and respectful relationships with our residents and our teams that we handle our help. So we are a community association management company, small to mid-sized communities. We've been in business over 20 years, and we continue to grow responsibly while maintaining long-term relationships with our communities, employees, and vendors of Southeast Florida. So my name is Jean Le Brevelec.
We got a thumbs up from John. That's a good sign. That's good.